the very first aquarium that you ever kept?
Ooh, that I ever kept myself, or that the first aquarium I remember having in the household?
Let's do both.
Okay, so the first aquarium I recollect having in the household was which looked huge at the time. It was a 20-gallon that my dad had in the living room. It was probably way too close to the fireplace. And it was just a community tank. It had some different kinds of fish in it. One of those fish that I very distinctly remember is a rainbow shark. And that rainbow shark ended up on the floor many, many times because I would not stop taking it out of the tank. I was obsessed with these little fish, and I very much just wanted to hold them and learn about them and, pet them. Can't pet fish. Don't pet fish. It's a bad idea. But yeah, so that's the first tank that I kind of remember. And I was probably about between 5 and 7, I would guess, when that tank was a part of my life. Now, the first tank that I actually had for myself that I can remember, I was probably 16. I had just gotten my first job at Big Al's Aquarium Supercenter in Mississauga. And I bought a tiny little plastic 2.5-gallon critter keeper. And if anybody knows what those are, it's basically just a small plastic tank that has a kind of plastic mesh lid. It's like slotted and stuff, and it has a clear door on the top of it that you can open and close. And I was obviously broke. It was my first job, and I got this thing right away. But I just put 5 feeder fish in it. They were rosy red minnows. And I had an air pump running a Penplax internal filter that required an air pump. And it wasn't much to look at, but I was just so interested in the fish that's kind of where I started, with no money and just desperate to keep some fish. They eventually moved to a bigger tank and then became food for another fish at some point, because I went through that phase too. Yeah, that's it.